reports a crash sends two sisters to the hospital. A victim says it did not have to happen. Sari Hardial explains.
I was sitting in the living room watching TV, and I heard a large crash, and looked over at my wife and said somebody ran into my truck.
John Smith's truck was parked outside his Roxana Drive home when two girls plowed into it. Smith says he ran outside to see if they were okay.
One was real hysterical, and they were bleeding about the head where they hit the windshield, and there was a smell of alcohol around them.
Police tell us the 16-year-old was driving drunk with her 25-year-old sister when she hit the truck.
People go 10 miles an hour, they go 40 miles an hour, they go 50 miles an hour. I have no idea how fast they were going.
But police say that might not have been a factor.
At this point, it doesn't necessarily appear that speed was a contributing factor. At this point, like I said, I believe it is going to be an alcohol-related accident.
Now an innocent man is dealing with the consequences.
Not happy about the whole situation, something that could have been avoided. Just, another innocent person that falls prey to drinking and driving.
Neither girl was wearing a seatbelt, and officials say both went to the hospital with facial injuries from hitting the windshield. Police say charges will probably be filed today. Sari Hardial, 2 News First.
One of the area's biggest traffic headaches is about to become eliminated. Sari Hardial reports along I-75 on the closing of one ramp and the opening of a new one.
Well, tomorrow's rush hour drive could be a little bit hectic for drivers who normally take the Little York exit. That's because it will be closing, and these orange barrels will be pulled back, allowing drivers access to this new Benchwood Road exit. This exit will replace the Little York Road exit, which the Ohio Department of Transportation says will be permanently closed tomorrow. Officials expect these exits to cut back on traffic backups around the 70-75 Cloverleaf because they're about a mile further south than the Little York exit. The newly designed ramp also incorporates visuals that are unique to Dayton, like the Right B flyer image lining the freeway. ODOT officials say the accident rate nearing the 70-75 interchange doubles the statewide crash average, and the new interchange will accommodate more traffic and improve the safety. Officials also say the layout of the ramp will help handle the higher expected volume of traffic over the next 20 years. ODOT studies show the Benchwood exit will also provide opportunities to build more retail, housing, and office locations in a much more accessible location.
Everyone has seen that this development is real, that the road here is opening. The businesses, the people that own land and the businesses in this area are extremely happy with what's going on here, and extremely looking forward to the future and the development potential that they have.
Well, this new Benchwood exit is already making its mark on several of the area businesses. As you can see, there are several businesses opening, new restaurants and hotels, all opening on the west side of the highway, and the Red Lobster also closed their location on Little York in order to move closer to this new exit. Reporting in Vandalia, I'm Sari Hardial, 2 News First.
Well, certainly, the winter brings some annoyances. We have to shovel snow, there's ice on the roads, the car windows get foggy, all of that.
Thanks for bringing all that up.
Okay.
But how can you make sure you actually see where you're going this winter? Well, Sari Hardial has some answers.
We see plenty of fog out on the roads at this time of year. Blame it on the air temperature, plus the dew point. Then calculate the relative humidity, and you have condensation. Showing up in the air as fog, and when that fog's on the inside of your car, well, expect visibility problems. Of course, I'm not a weather girl, and in simple terms, fog forms on your windows when there's moisture in the air, causing a major safety hazard. Carpoolers, listen up. Every breath you and your passengers take adds to the moisture inside the car. The more passengers, the more breathing, and the more moisture and fog that's inside the car. You need to keep fresh outside air coming into your car to avoid fog. Keeping the defrost on, try cracking a window. Or you can also use the vent or auto fan settings, or some cars even have an outside air selection. Not using the air conditioner because it's cold outside? Don't be so quick to dismiss it. The AC does 2 things. It doesn't just lower the temperature in the car, it actually removes the moisture, and cold air gets rid of fog much faster than hot air. So tolerate the chilly temperatures for a few minutes and you'll have much better visibility. All newer cars have vents in the doors to allow air to exit even if the windows are closed, but those vents can get clogged with dust and debris, so make sure they're clean if you expect them to help defog your car. Fogged up windows can also be another type of problem with your car. It could be a possible leak in the heater core. So, if none of these tips work for you, well, you might want to have your car checked out by a mechanic. Sari Hardial, 2 News First.
Well, a crash during the morning drive sends one man to the hospital and shuts down a Dayton road for hours. Sari Hardial is live in the newsroom with this story for us. Sari?
Well, Dan, crews are still trying to figure out what caused the driver to swerve into oncoming traffic and then hit a utility pole this morning. It happened around 8 when the driver of the pickup truck was heading southbound on Kiwi. He then swerved into the northbound lane, crashing into a pole. Medics took that driver to Miami Valley Hospital in critical condition, and the accident shut down Kiwi from Valley Street to Monument for over 2 hours. Now, investigators checked the bridge on Kiwi for ice, but they couldn't find any. And right now, Dayton police are continuing their investigation.
It doesn't appear that he was wearing a seatbelt. As you can see behind me, they're still investigating the accident.
Again, the driver of the pickup is in critical condition at Miami Valley Hospital. Fortunately, no one else was injured in the crash. In the newsroom, I'm Sari Hardial, 2 News First.
All right, Sari, thank you. We'll